Hey guys, this is Stout And Lager's podcast, coming to your ears either on Spotify or YouTube. We'll, we'll see how we're gonna do that. We're a podcast about just two dudes talking about life, about different topics, while we're sharing a nice cold beer with each other. I'm Lager, he's Stout, and yeah, we just want to. You're Stout. Tell me something about you, Stout.
So, I like stout beers. They're yummy. I have a nice glass in front of me. It looks very pretty.
Yeah.
I hard
What you
poured
drink?
it. I am drinking a nitro milk stout from
Milk Stout,
Left Hand
okay.
Brewing Co. So Left Hand Brewing Co. For the sponsor, reach out.
Maybe a sponsor. And then I'm drinking a Corona extra. Almost as long as you've known me, I've been liking Coronas, right?
Yeah.
We've known. How long have we been? How long have we known each other?
We have known each other since 2018. 2018.
20?
'Cause that was my
2018?
spring semester of my first year. That's when I joined.
Oh shit, we had to.
Yeah, I know. I said.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we can't connect the whole drink to.
No, I just hesitate with saying
Yeah.
stuff. Our training,
I know.
our training arc was unsuccessful. It just made me hesitate on everything. But yeah, we've known each other, what, 18, that's 19, 20, 21, 22,
5
23.
years?
That's crazy.
5 years, yeah.
That is wild.
To be fair, that's like a fifth of my life. I get that. I remember like just yesterday we were part of a mentorship program where surprisingly it was my sophomore year, and I just found a job. I went to my first conference, and that just gave enough information or enough experience to the person that decides pairs for this mentorship to decide, oh wait, you could be a mentor. We need mentors.
Yeah? What was that?
Yeah, cut it out. Take two. We need mentors. Lager. You can be a mentor, even though I was just a sophomore. So they were given to me this person, Stout, this little baby, who had full beard, facial hair.
Yeah, I
And-
had the most janky facial hair then. I still don't even have full facial hair.
This is better than mine. I'm still baby face right now. Although, my brother's still baby face, even more baby face than me, technically.
Yeah, I don't think I could imagine him with any facial hair. I feel like it just looked
No.
weird. Not in a bad
No.
way, just to I don't know. I'm sure for you've known him even longer, so it'd be even weirder.
No.
But since I've known
Yeah.
him, he's just clean faced.
Clean face, yeah. Because it really just comes little hairs, little pubes for us. that's our trademark facial hair, just pubes. Yeah, I come to meet you the day of the thing. You come in with your future fiance.
Dude, I was stalking you hard.
No way you did.
I don't know if you stalked me, but when they send out that email, first thing I went was go to Facebook, and I was like, Schmeep, schmop, schmoop, schmop, put your name up, and I was like, I think this is him. And, oh, sour, and Aguardiente, I guess. I don't know what his name is, but
Just say your friend, man.
yeah, our friends. So Sour and my friend, we were all like trying to figure out who was whose. So yeah, I stalked you.
Wow, you
I
this.
was sizing you up. I
But
think literally
did you-
your profile was like a picture of you with like the Venezuelan flag behind you, and I was like, "Yep."
Oh, yeah.
In hindsight, now it's just
Remember that.
very, very much just yeah, it's just very fitting.
I mean, did you know that was Venezuelan before?
Well, when I saw the flag, I was like, "Yeah," but
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess, but like, did you know before? Did you just have my name to look me up
No.
on Facebook?
wait,
Or
I
else
just, I knew
did they
I
give
just
you?
saw your name, so I knew you were Hispanic because your name was Hispanic sounding, but I don't know. I guess is there like a lot of prominent names in Venezuela? Because like Puerto Rico is like half of the island is Oh, I guess we probably shouldn't be saying their last names, but
No.
half of the island has the same last name.
To be fair,
We'll
you're
just bleep
casting
it.
a white.
It'll be funnier if we bleep it.
That's true. We should just bleep stuff. Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, I don't think I stalked you, but I definitely thought it was weird because at the time I was just working in Mac. I was in a club.
Oh, dude, I remember. Freaking, what was it, the Baymax, right?
Baymax. I was Baymax, and that's where I was with a group. And that the only person with your name that I ever knew was that guy.
Yeah,
was electrical
big,
engineer.
Big Mackie boy, or EE.
Big Stout.
EE. Oh, I'm having a stroke. EE Stout. Yeah.
EE Stout. EE Stout. No, but yeah, like, so for the strange reason, I almost thought it was him, and so like, I felt like the person I was doing mentorship that year, like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he's older than me. And then I didn't tell her. I just like thought it might have been him. So my surprise walking in, and it's like there's this guy who's still taller than me, and like, hey, have you driven tea? Or here's my impression of you. I think you're my mentee. I think that's my impression of you. But you are
crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, everyone thought. Yeah, everyone thought that you were my mentor.
Nah, I don't know. I think it was just. I feel like the only thing was the height, because I feel like I looked like a child, like a literal. I just came out of the womb child. Maybe it's because like how I associate myself now, but I don't know, bro.
I mean, to be fair, like, you definitely. I think you have changed a lot between now and then and now. Like, I can definitely see how you would think you would look baby. I always remember the picture we took. I think in the first competition that we did for mentorship.
And Mr. Incredible.
That was fun.
Yeah, we got the dubs.
But it does, because we had like the challenge was with Legos. We needed to make a Disney character, and people were doing. I don't know what other people were doing. People were doing maybe like Maleficent or like, I don't know.
That was
we had them. It was fun, and you know what? I'm actually really happy with how we did it, because I feel like it was an artistic way of doing, in a simple way of doing It's Incredible and Front Zone.
You know, it kind of it was pretty fitting. It was like the character, because Front Zone's a goofy ass mofo. Mr.
He was. I mean,
more serious.
Yeah. Although I'm serious, I think we're both goofy. No, I think we're both goofy with each other. It made that's like the real connection.
Damn.
Where like,
I think we're. I don't think you have a glass, right? You're drinking it out of the beer, or the beer bottle. Beer
I'm drinking a bareback.
Oh, nice. I just laughed to myself because I looked at my picture and it looks like the glass that's in front of me.
Oh yeah, he's like, wait, am I looking at the same thing? Were you having a stroke?
No. But yeah. So yeah, 5 years. 5 years we've known each other. We've gone through many drunken nights, many game nights, a lot of different shit, and here we are.
I think you're a very memorable person, Stout. Like,
right back at you. Uno reverse.
Uno reverse. No, I remember. You remember?
I guess segueing, this kind of brings into, I guess, the next topic. We're a beer podcast, so we kind of have to talk about beer and how we started and why we like our beers and why our names are even our names. So I'm gonna say, for me, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like everyone just kind of has the same first beer experience where you try it and you're like, what the fuck is this? I think my first beer was a Corona, to be honest. But the thing is, I had a warm Corona. So it's like, that's like life on hard mode. I don't know why I did that, but
life on hard mode.
Yeah, I think I had that first, and I was like, I guess, I mean, more context. I was like super straight edge when I was younger.
Straight edge, yeah. You were in like a band.
No, like just drinking and stuff. Didn't really want to. Didn't see the point in it. And then I started my first beer, and I started drinking. And GG's, I have never stopped since. But yeah.
What was that? Wait, was it just was beer the first thing you drank?
I think so.
Who gave it to you? Or like was it a friend or was it
It was
a family member?
what's his name? Jello Shopmaster.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
You say a
him.
friend.
Yeah, he the goat. Pretty
The
sure I had
goat.
the first beer at his place, but I don't remember if
Oh
this
wait,
was before
really?
the parties or not because I drank at the parties, so I don't know.
I think I remember your first time in the
I
party.
think my first drink was actually a Four Loko.
Okay, drink. Well, was it at Soji's place?
Yeah, I think we got there, and no, my first drink was at the camping trip.
You're
Yeah, that was the
right.
first drink. That was rough.
That was right.
Dude,
I mean,
I don't know why all the older people that were a part of our group were such
yeah.
savages.
I think they were. I don't know. I think they always. I don't want to say special, but like they kind of target like
Yeah, they wanted to
kind
mess
of
up little
like
kids.
for amusement. We're like
Yeah.
they already had that experience. They're not gonna catch each other like that.
Mhm.
They're just going to go for it. Like 'cause I think for me, I never had that kind of experience, but like definitely my first parties were like, hey, liar,
Bleep.
bleep. Hey, lager, like let's take a shot, blah blah. Like my first party, college party, I did at keg stand. I was the first one
That's
that
a
was asked to do it.
that's a way to start your college party.
Oh yeah,
Era.
I remember vividly like how the day started because I think I got invited either the day of or like or maybe that week, and there was this person, this girl like in the fishbowl that was like don't let them take you away or don't let them make you carry away and stuff like that. And it's like okay, but then as soon as that party started, I got brought into shot clock, tequila, and I don't know how tequila back then was like water somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
I
why
went full
when we
circle
were
because like I've been drinking tequila a lot more recently, so I've been
yeah.
like enjoying it more. But there were I don't know, maybe it's just cheap tequila.
I mean, for me, it was Jose Cuervo when I did
Yeah,
this.
Jose Cuervo is disgusting.
I think it's crazy. Like we are able to stomach. I don't know. Do you think you're able to stomach those liquors, those cheap liquors, back when you're like 18, 19
I
to
think
now?
so. Allegedly, we were 18, 19 because that is illegal. And we don't do illegal things. But
Everyone does it. No worries.
no, yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I feel like there's like a like filter or something.
Maybe a
I don't
filter.
know. Like I feel like when you're just younger, like you just drink whatever you can drink, and then like once you turn 21, you're like, it's kind of hard
You have
to
the
just buy like
choice.
the cheap, like $10 bottle. When you can spend like even like $10 more and have a considerably better experience.
Some would say. Some
I
people
guess it
still
depends
like.
too, though, because like if you're doing like a punch or something or like a mixed drink, where the taste is gonna be covered, maybe it's not as big of a deal. But I don't
Oh,
know.
I remember those mixed drinks. I remember. You know what I did in parties? Like, this was before the Four Loco era that had the Four Loco year. I would do. And I feel like I should have done this before, but I don't, or more now. Is that I would do a lot of mixed drinks, rum and coke, vodka, orange juice, vodka cranberry, all those crap, and I would drink that and then have a second cup, like to put my drinking cup, and the second cup is my water cup, where like I would like refill it with water and just down that, and I feel like somehow I was smarter than I was that I'm here, that I am here. I don't know. I feel like I drank way more water when I was a freshman than what I'm doing now. Because I don't know. I feel like, to me, I feel like with beer, it feels like water. Like it feels like I'm getting refreshed, especially when it's cold. I have the illusion that I'm getting hydrated.
Maybe.
But yeah, but like yeah, that party was like, and then I did that thing, the keg seg, and then I'm pretty sure I did throw up outside of that apartment. Pretty sure.
There's been a lot of
And
apartments and a lot of throw up in our years.
yeah, no, yeah, I remember, yeah, and then I remember specifically that girl that told me not to get her carried away. I remember her disapproving, disapproving. I don't think we're gonna talk to each other ever again. Because to be fair, she was a senior. It was like kind of like spring freshman, I think, and then I was just yeah, nothing happened there. But it was very funny. And then you was like a camping trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
But I had
What
beer
was it, like-
then. I had I think the first thing that I tried was Coke with Jack Daniels. And then
you know, Coke and
I just
whiskey.
drank
Okay.
a bunch of different things. And it was not a good way to start. And ended up dying.
Wasn't. I think you did. I think you mixed a lot. I think.
No, yeah, I
that
did.
night.
I did that. I did rum. They were
Yeah.
doing the Malibu bottles just pouring in people's mouths. I'm sure.
Oh,
I had
Malibu
beer.
bottles.
It was bad.
Those are bad.
Yeah, I feel like
I hate Malibu.
what? I hate it not for the taste, just because it's like super weak.
I think so. I think for me, just coconut doesn't.
Oh
think
yeah,
if-
I don't really like
if
coconut
a
either
sh-
though.
I think if a shot's too sweet in a pastry way, like chocolatey, it's not that good for me. Like the top two flavors I don't like usually is coconut and cinnamon. Like just those things are just don't mesh well with me. Like you have to like kind of mix them with some sour element, either lime
That's fair.
juice or
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, like so yeah, it's kind of tough. For those camping trips, man, I remember I went to those 3 years in a row. We didn't do. No, we did 4 years in a row. No, wait, there's a year I missed it.
I think COVID was the year that you missed.
No, because we did the camping trip right before.
Yeah, we did it right
COVID.
before. You're right.
Okay, wait. My freshman year, 2017. 2018, you guys did the camping trip in, what was it, Orlando?
Something like that. I think it was.
It was
Gainesville.
Orlando.
I think
Oh.
the last one that you went to was Orlando.
No, like, it was Orlando that hosted it.
Oh
remember
yeah,
'cause
UCF.
There's a video.
I think I like where it was.
My junior year. I don't think we did anything my junior year.
I don't know.
When I was an officer and Sour was an officer, we did. I think the only one that went was bleep this. I think, and then we did the
yeah. I don't think
senior.
any of us went that year. I don't know why. Yeah, I remember.
I think it was Gainesville. They just like it was charging too much. It was like
I think
really
I
long
bought
drive.
it and then I like ended up backing out last minute, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I can't go." And they gave me a
Yeah.
refund, unfortunately, but I don't remember
I mean,
why.
it's- I wonder why actually. Yeah, it was only that person. It's funny, and then I always remember our last one that we did together. I did the
We were
ingenious.
savages. Holy shit!
We were looked at as savages
Dude,
by
all
the
of our
other
regions
groups.
should have been like scared of us. I
I think
remember.
so.
I'll never forget them talking about like the day after the first night of drinking, and they're all like, "Dude, we went crazy. We drank a bottle between like 10 of us or like 5 of us." And then our crackhead group was literally a bottle per person.
Yeah, I had my bottle.
How you
had-
doing with beer level? Do you need refills or?
I'm almost done with my beer stout.
I have like a
Where you at?
fourth.
We're
We're back with beer too, baby.
back to beer too.
So
So yes,
Yeah, we may not have explained it before, but this is a beer podcast, as they said. Probably it's like 4th time, but so we have our flagship beers, right? So we have lager. Probably will most likely be drinking a lager every episode, and stout. Myself, I will be drinking a stout. But we also wanted to make it a little fun and have a beer that we try that's a new beer. So we have Paulaner Munich or munching on
I
these
think
nuts.
munching.
Munching on these nuts. But it's a Hefeweizer. So it's a Munich wheat beer. So this is our podcast find beer.
Podcast fine beer. I like that.
So
It's like, yeah, we're both like kind of away from each other, but like we both managed to find something that we can both get.
Oh shoot!
And yeah, it's interesting. It's like it's a wheat beer. How are you with wheat beers, Stout?
I like wheat beers.
Yeah. What do you think is the main flavor profile usually for wheat beers?
Wheat, like it's just like you just taste like the yeast in it. I feel like.
That's weird because I never had. I never tasted yeast.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, going again full circle. Here we are back at the beginning. But yeah, beers. So yeah, I mean context. Yeah. So at least.
But cheers though first.
Cheers, yes. I also fucked up and I was hard pouring this like it was a stout, and now I just have a fourth.
A lot of foam. Oh man. Yeah. Stout.
So beer. Yeah. So I started with Corona, and then I found my way to Guinness somehow. That was the first stout I had, and man, I thought it was amazing. I don't know what it was. It just didn't taste like piss water. Corona, what? But yeah, I started with stout, and then that's what I stuck to for a while, just trying different beers. And now I feel like I've drank enough beer where like I could drink most beers, except for IPAs, because IPAs are just not good.
IPAs are interesting. We'll definitely do an episode for IPAs and just hate ourselves.
Yeah, what about you, Lager? What's
I think
your beer journey been?
Beer journey. The thing is, for me, it was always a key for like we were talking about parties before, like college parties, and my goal throughout those years is to be able to like drink a lot, but also not get too effed up. You know, because it's like I want to join in on all the games, be able to drink, but also not end up throwing up or remember most of the night. So because I remember my freshman year, I did my beer. I did not beer actually. Well, I did some keg stands. So there was some beer, but those are usually were I think Bud Lights or
usually when it's
Budweiser.
a keg, you get cheap beer because I feel like Corona and like more expensive beers and a keg is just way too expensive.
Yeah, and for them, I definitely was making faces for some beer. What?
When we do an in-person one, we should get a fucking keg.
What?
An in-person podcast, because we're gonna be in the same place soon.
I could bring my microphone.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I can bring my microphone, and we actually can use it for both of us.
Oh yeah, I guess we could probably just sit, and just go through a fucking keg. Maybe not a full one, but
maybe. Well, I know the Heinekens have those mini.
We gotta get a real keg. Fuck that.
A real keg?
I've been wanting to get a real keg since you were about to graduate, but no one wanted to do it with us.
Dude, the thing is,
what? Sorry.
The thing is, I would have probably, if it wasn't for COVID, I probably would have brought because I wanted to do a party for my graduation. I would have probably bought a keg of Corona, just for the bill, for like I don't know how much would it be, 200, 500?
No, it's not that much. It depends on what you get as well. We don't have to get like a full keg because that's a lot. You could probably get like a quarter keg. It's like the little skinny ones.
This is interesting. Like I think.
Oh, you tried it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying it.
I feel like it tastes like it has notes of banana. Am I tripping?
I think I'm more tasty, like more. Like let's say it's smoke, but something better.
I say like it's sweet.
I think whenever I drink this kind of wheat beer, I always feel some kind of like sensation in the back of my throat where like it feels like smokiness or something like that. What do I call it? So yeah, so like I wanted to. So like in that freshman year, I would just do mixed drinks, drum and cook, like I said before, fucking orange juice, all that crap. But then in my sophomore year, I started doing Four Locos. That was a fucking
that was an era. I remember.
I think sophomore year. I think sophomore year and into junior year, I think it was. Yeah, it was.
I was a year behind. I was a year behind when I got on the Four Loco train.
Yeah, I mean Four Loco. This is after they got banned and then like re-released or something like that
Yeah.
to be different formula.
Dude,
And
we should do a Four Loco episode because there's a Sour Patch Kids one or something like that. There's a Warheads and apparently it's kind of good. Looks
kind of good.
Yeah, it's like
Who
they did a
who are you getting
collab
who are you getting this information from?
from TikTok.
Okay.
Dude, we
Okay.
drank Four Locos when they were like hot ass flavors. If it tastes like anything better than the hot ass flavors, it'll probably be good. Cause look, green apple.
Green apple was definitely the one
I
I
don't
always
remember
get.
what other flavors I'd get. I know green apple you would always get, and I would get sometimes. I
Yeah.
literally tried like all of them. It was bad. Yeah, there was a
It's-
point where
But
we would at the Ivy, we would just got like fucking 6 Four Locos, and we just drink a bunch of Four Locos, and just play like Smash or just literally just fuck around, play
Oh,
like
yeah.
Ring of Fire or something. What
Ring of Fire,
times?
popular game.
Good times.
Those are the game. Those are the games I wanted to get into more, though, or like play like a bunch of times in a
Mhm.
party. Like I feel like those are the things that really was fun because I don't know, it was very interactive. But then like I think after it was a party at your place, Stout, where I did 2 Four Locos. I never done 2 Four Locos before. I will only stick to one, because somehow I would drink 1 Four Loco and I think I was good. I didn't throw up or I didn't feel bad, or like I said, I just stuck to the one. But the thing is, I couldn't really join into the games because you only have the one drink. So then I think summer 2019, I turned 21. Was able to buy my own stuff,
Oh,
and
shit.
I think between the party that I did the 2 Four Locos, and then me going to Arizona for the summer 2019,
Mhm.
which is like like literally 2 months, I think 1 month before, because the party was in April, I think the one that we had, or they guys had, and I think I just started buying Corona because like I've had Corona
Those are a
before.
thing. 12-pack Corona, I remember.
12, yeah, and you're right. At first, I didn't like it as much, you know. Like I think everyone has that whatchamacallit, face of when you first drink a cold Corona. But then when I went to beaches, I think.
Dude,
And
I
I-
miss the beach so much.
Oh yeah, and I drink ice cold Coronas. I think those were the best because you were really refreshed, and also you feel like a little bit hoppy. You know, it was like you don't taste as much of the bitterness with it. So and then yeah, that's what it was. And then summer of 2019, as you mentioned, I'll be known for the guy that bring the 12-pack Corona. As his
I feel like
choice to drink.
I think it's just it might be also like so there's probably some sort of like aspect of it that relates like you relate good times and good feelings to Corona, so maybe that's why they like you like them still so much. But like I think it's just everyone just comes around to beer eventually.
true.
If you want it, like if you're gonna want to enjoy beer, you will eventually come around to some sort of beer. You just have to find the one beer that you like, and that beer kind of opens your perception, I guess, to drinking beer and just kind of getting used to it. Because I feel like with
Yeah, I-
alcohol, like it's hard to find an alcohol that just tastes good. It's just not. You're not gonna find something that like tastes good, that like isn't like 2% or something, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just finding what you
Un-
like.
Unless you like somehow, some way you love Bus Bowls or
Dude,
or you like a Fireball whiskey for some reason. Like to fully enjoy it though, to fully enjoy it, or like to not just down as fast as you can, to actually drink it, like
This
every
is a
so
pint.
often. A
Just
pint?
realized this is a pint, yeah. Just tall boy.
The
5.5%.
Paul Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5.3. It's actually more than a Corona. That's from
So
me.
what do you? What's the next topic?
Oh yeah, okay. Actually, before we switch from beer, I actually want to mention this theory from. No, I'll save it for later. 'Cause I didn't watch the whole video, so it's like
Damn,
cut this thing.
fake fan. I feel like the topics that we're having about like parties and just socializing, we can maybe talk about the socializing of it. So
Yeah, because
Stout and Lager are in our prime. We're 20 something year olds. And
27-year-old.
we're in this weird era where post-COVID, socializing is still kind of fucking weird, and we just there's a void where fucking 2020 to this point there was like a huge void, and we're still trying to recover from it, like people as a whole. But
I think so. Yeah.
we're kind of in this weird phase where we have to like socializing is still kind of weird. So how do you socialize?
How do I
20-something-year-old in a new city? How do you meet people?
Oh man, so I've been in my new city since like 2021. I think it's 2023 right now. So it's been almost a year or so. No, not 2020. Yeah, almost a year or so.
Well, if you came in 2021, there has to be a year.
Yeah, I know it has to be. Okay, because I remember the things I came in. Stay with my cousin first, and then
I forgot about that.
Yeah, stay with my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was staying in their room. Bless them, their heart, because they're on my mom's side. They're really great. They have 2 kids. It was definitely not my crib, not yet. Anyways, so then I think 3 months happens, and in September 2021, I moved into my own apartment. And that's the one I've been here since. And socialize is tough because right now in the office, which I feel like something that all of us would be, if it wasn't for COVID, I think all of us would be like encountering the same thing of like socialize in a busy body office, which we don't have anymore really. Because all of us are. Because,
I feel like even like, internships. I literally only had one internship that was in person, but. That's how I met everyone in person.
Yeah, me too. Like I had to, and then that's how you meet people. That's how you flex your social muscles, and that goes to 8 hours of your life. And like you go and interact with people, and it feels like soon will never be the same as in person talking to someone.
I don't think it'll ever be like that anymore.
No,
like COVID just disrupted everything. They disrupted so many things, but like I don't think the work with the office will ever be the same pre-COVID.
Oh no. Although, do you think how hard is it to socialize with people who are cut?
I was playing with a wine opener and I made a hole in my pants.
Are you a kid? Are you kids out?
Dude, you know that my ADHD does not let me just sit here and vibe. Although I have been doing that for the most part.
Yeah, you have. Like, we've been here for a while.
Okay, but what were you saying? Sorry. Ignore my fucking video. You know, on TikTok they have like the video that's going on at the top, and then there's like subway surfers or some random shit. That's just happening in my mind 24/7.
I think that's why we connect so much. I feel like I've been told I've been ADHD too, but yeah, like I feel like then we could have flexed our social muscles, but then like now we're like not able to interact with anybody. So what I did before was I would go to bars a lot, like my first year of being here and stuff. I was going to bars by myself, just like sit at the bar, talk to the bartender, have a drink or two, see if I can talk to anybody that's on my left or right. That's been mainly what was I doing before. And for the nights it suffices, because then you somehow strike up conversation with a stranger, like talk. But I feels like with those relationships or those interactions, it kind of doesn't lead anywhere in some ways, because they're there like for small talk. It's small talk, and then or you're just partying together. And it feels like if it's not consistent, even if you get the numbers, I don't know.
No, it's definitely weird. Like it's not even if you get their numbers, like unless you connect hardcore, like it's just kind of like one night thing. I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah. How is it when you go into a new city that, well, that has friends that you know?
Yeah, that's pretty
'Cause-
interesting. Yeah, so I guess for my context, so I moved out to where I am now back in June. So it's been about what, like 9 months?
9 months. Wow.
Almost.
Yeah.
Something like that. 9, 10 months. But like you said, I have some friends over here. So at first, I hung out a lot with one of my friends that came up here. But then they started getting busy, I guess. So
Yeah. I
haven't
mean,
hung out with
yeah.
them too much. But we have our other friend group that is, I guess, more of a shared. Like they're both shared friends, but like I feel like this second group is a lot more shared between lager and stout.
Yeah.
I feel like we
yeah, I
vibe more too. I don't know, but yeah. So
We
with
do.
them, they're kind of like, they're like, it's like a crutch. I want to say. So you have your group that you can meet with, and
Yeah.
you like, even if it's not like every weekend or every day or like every once a month type of a thing. You always have that crutch, but like since I work remote, I don't really meet people. Like I haven't really met anyone besides Sour's coworkers or one of my other friends that lives up here's coworkers. So for a good bit, that's just how I met people. And then we started going to like this Mexican place and just going out to drink, and we meet people like that. But for a good portion of my time here, I just didn't really meet people, to be honest.
I feel you. And then yeah, I feel. Yeah, the thing is with I think that's how you can really do meet people. It's just friends over friend. Yeah, this time. and
Then-
wait, what happened?
I don't know. I took a sip and it hurt.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
It is also that's
I
also
mean,
something else. we could
I
talk
think
about.
it's yeah. I think like now though. So this past weekend, the soccer league that I joined finally started. So I met
Oh,
a
yeah?
bunch of people through that, and that was pretty cool. I'm hoping that
Or they like.
through that I'll meet more people. It was pretty fun. I played sour, and soju, and
Budweiser.
no.
I know he doesn't, but
Oh, sake. I played sake.
Oh, sake.
Yeah, I played
that
them,
guy.
and we won. It's 3-1, baby. So yeah, we
You were
won.
all in the team.
Yeah, my team won against them. I was
Man,
alone.
what do you mean against them?
Yeah, so they randomized the teams. So
Oh,
it was
and you were
myself
playing
and
with
my
the
team versus sour, sake, and soju, and I beat them.
Avias. If I was a betting man, definitely better for you.
Yeah,
I think you're the most. Besides Soji, I think you're the most athletic.
it just worked out well. My team is pretty good. I'm happy with my team. But yeah, so that's, I guess now, like, I'm realizing that might be a better way to meet people, just because it's kind of like it's the same concept. So right, so I feel like the groups of people that you connect the most with is people who you have shared experiences with, right? So in college, we were all part of the same organization. We all had the same kind of goals. We all had the same kind of interests, and we had that shared experience that kind of bonded us. So you meet people, you hang out with them. And you get closer with people. People come and people go, but the people that are meant to stay, I think, will stay. And then just now with this soccer thing, we're all there trying to play soccer, either learn, get better, just have a fun time. So I feel like the routine of it will develop, hopefully, and hopefully I'll in like maybe a year I'll have more people that I can talk to. But at the very least,
yeah.
it's the league is called Pub League, so we go to
pub
pubs after the
league.
games, so it's fun.
Hey, now I see why.
What's up? If you move up here, you gotta join that too.
I know. I used to play soccer like in high school.
Really?
We did like a weight training. Well, not soccer for a team though. It was just like it was very much. We had a weight training class, and when we had cardio days, which means we just go to the gym or in the field, we would play something with a ball. And I think the entire class wanted to do soccer, and I was good in getting people's faces and getting the ball and stealing away, and then passing it to the I guess forwards or midfielders. That was my
So you
position.
like
I was
playing more
defending.
defensive defensive
Yeah,
position.
it's kind of funny. The team that won usually were either had me or the other one guy that was pretty good at being goalie.
You just
Because,
gotta have a strong defense, I guess.
yeah, because I feel like it's just like everyone's just the same. So like forwards. It just at a one time I literally was. I don't know why I'm such a good center guy, but like it gets physical sometimes soccer, and it was a time where like I don't know. I think I had the ball or I had the ball, and if this guy, we full on collision, and I think he's pretty strong, but I guess he's skinny too. I literally just stand, take the hit, and then just goes to the ground. Just
Big dog.
bounces. Yeah, I just like, oh my gosh. And he asked me, "Are you okay?" And like, are you okay? Like, you're the one that went to the ground. But I don't know.
Talk that shit.
But you're right. It is about joining stuff like either that or cooking classes, or I think something that Soji does. She does running groups. She used to do running groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I think there's joining groups like that.
Yeah, but like I feel like, God, you ever feel like there's always a group that was like everyone's feels awkward at first, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's how it is.
That's so
especially with how
natural.
many like different personality types, different things in general.
People
It's
don't know
always
what to
awkward at the
say
beginning.
or what they can say, or I think that's always gotta be a thing where, and I guess personally, it feels like I wish that I just could be smooth things over with some cold ones, I guess. But I guess like that's how what you guys
That's
are
why
doing.
you gotta do the pub league, bro. You gotta do a league where like
And anybody that stands out,
what from the league?
yeah, from the league that you like, you're getting to know.
So we only played. This is the first week, so I met my teammates. And there was like one guy that there was like a first event where they like kind of gauge the new players to kind of make sure that the teams are balanced. So there was one guy from the first week that I talked to, or that I played with, I guess. I don't even know if I played with, but I guess I remembered him. So when I got there, I was talking to him. Then I met the rest of my team, but I think the people that went to the thing after were like the coaches and like some of the people that like already went. But the guy that I was talking to asked where we're going for next week, so maybe I could talk to him. But it's kind of weird, dude. It's weird. So I guess coming back to socializing in your 20s, it's a fucking weird time because you're an adult enough for like you relate to people, but at the same time, there's people who are older than you, and sometimes they're just like you chilling, and then there's sometimes like they're older than you and they have like 2 kids and their life's completely different. Like it's just weird. It's a weird place to be.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
I think
of
they always
people
have
like,
they always have like different priorities.
even like coworkers, just in general. Like
it's crazy. I can sometimes feel like that when talking because like 2 couples, because I gotta say there's no Mrs. Lager in my life, but
there's no
and
Mrs. Stout, technically.
yeah, eventually, but I think throughout my life socializing, I somehow been able to socialize so good with couples. Like only because I think I've both kind of like I would say male energy, but like I can really relate with guys, and then I can really relate with girls, and I somehow guess so. I don't know. I that's how I was seeing. I've related. I've made a lot of friends with girls who have boyfriends. I've made a lot of friends with guys who have girlfriends, and I usually
girls who have girlfriends and guys who have boyfriends.
Well, I never met those. The closest one was Saki's girlfriend. But then she, then she didn't have a girlfriend.
That's true.
She wanted a girlfriend, but she's anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, it somehow always happens where like I'm always the third wheeling and of those kind of couples, and I kind of feel that in that perspective where I don't relate in a lot of their gripes in some ways, only in the ways like weddings, oh house, oh sharing finances and stuff,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I feel like it's always kind of like this. I don't know. Like I say, this franchise is not relating as well, only because like, I'm not in that stage in my life.
Mhm.
It's kind of like something to that where like I'm talking to people with kids and stuff because we're not in that stage.
Yeah.
We're not, or I'm not in that stage.
No, yeah, fuck that. I don't even know if I want kids, bro.
But I mean, you say that now, but there's people getting kids at 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still have a lot of years before menopause, or you can always adopt. There's always a
That's
thing.
true.
By the way, finish my beer.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I didn't want to cut you off on this
No,
topic,
wait,
but- All right.
wait.
Well, GG's get shit on. Beer number 3. Oh, you open that shit? So to celebrate our first episode,
We gotta go crazy drunk.
we're gonna chug it. We're gonna chug a beer. If you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to chug along at home, you're more than welcome to. But
Yeah, well, think of us as like those two guys at the pub, drinking at the bar, just having our talks, and you can just join in, because we're very welcoming like that.
So, yeah,
All right, I'm opening my beer.
Yeah, we're chugging our flagships and chugging a stout. A lager,
And a lager.
chugging a lager.
Hell yeah! 3, 2,
Oh, God.
1, go!
Easy. Easy. That actually went down super smooth.
Did it?
Yeah, I have a nitro beer, so I feel like there's the burn that you get from chugging. I did not
Oh
feel
yeah,
that at all.
dude.
That was so good.
I feel
I
like
should have a chicken wing.
your throat is made of steel, though.
Oh shit.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think you're a Terminator coming from the future to eliminate all the beers.
Yes.
All right, go for it.
So on the topic of Terminator, movies are a thing.
Movies.
Movies
are
I saw
fake,
recently?
What?
Saw Shazam, the first Shazam.
The first one?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say the second one.
I wanted to prepare to watch the second one. I had a movie marathon and watched Creed 1 and 2 with Sour to prepare for Creed 3. So, you always got to get ready for it.
Creed was actually really good.
Yeah, I liked Creed.
Creed was fun.
I feel like it kind of fit the... I don't know. I feel like a lot of the movies that come out, they're just safe. Like, they follow a lot of the tropes. They don't do
That's
too much new stuff, which isn't a bad thing, but...
Except for Everything and Everywhere
yeah.
All at Once.
That one
was good.
broke everything. But yeah, with Scream, like we were talking about, I feel like it followed a lot of like the cliche tropes. They talked about it, and I feel like them talking about it was trying to be different. But
yeah. Well, the thing is, that's their brand, though.
Yeah, I guess Scream is a little different with that.
They're low key meta, like that's their brand, being meta. Like they talk about it and then it happens, and it just like
it's like when they're sitting in the living room and he's like, "Wow, I can't believe he's noticed the person behind them and the guys behind them," like that type of stuff,
Or literally, okay, I guess spoiler for all the Scream movies, because we watched Scream 5 together. We do this classic tradition. You, me, and Sour. We go get some margaritas.
Oh, dude.
And we go watch
we
a movie.
We still do that. That's crazy.
But I'm not there.
I know, but I didn't think about that. You gotta come and we will watch.
I do.
Oh, gee. Oh!
I'll do. But like, in Scream 5, they also talk about how Dewey was saying like, I can't believe you're still with that guy. It's always a boyfriend.
And
It's always a boyfriend. And it was indeed Mr. fucking Huey. But no, yeah, the thing is that's their brand. But I think for the things that gripe me about Scream 6 though more, I think we talked about this before like podcast sake. how the killer were literally people taking revenge for their son dying in the previous one, even though their son was damn killer,
No,
the serial murderer.
there was a lot of like, excuse me, sorry, I'm burping a
Go for
lot.
it.
That's the chug. But I think that a lot of like, there was like a lot of little plot holes that didn't take away from the whole movie. Because I feel like a lot of people tend to like over criticize just because they're like, I don't know. I feel like with movies you just have to like not be super analytical. There's little stuff that comes up, but like, the purpose of the movie is to distract you, and if it does that, it's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah, and I feel like the way I see it is like you can let them take you away from the story. Like it's like maybe whether that's gonna be as powerful, resonating with you or not. Maybe that's a a gauge of how good the movie is. But it's like you gotta just like let it take you. And that's my philosophy with movies. It's just like an experience. You're there for two.
Like that's why like people are like, oh, Fast and Furious is so trash now. Like just enjoy it.
Enjoy it, man. Like I feel like no, I mean the thing is, I think the people who care it's gonna be deep for them. Because like I would remember watching Fast Furious 7. That final scene with Paul Walker, definitely cried.
Apparently, it's coming back. It's coming back for Fast 10 or whatever the other one's coming out.
That's interesting topic because it's just like, how do you respect a passed away actor?
Dude,
do you kill their character off or do you keep the character going? And it's something that Marvel.
It's always been killing. They kill him off or they're busy because Chad Boswick he died in the new Black Panther, right? Spoiler alert. So if you didn't see it at this point, what are you doing?
They went to the decided like or do you recast them? That's the other.
No, I think recasting it. I think the only way that recasting should be allowed is if they do something that messes them up. But it's also a thin line to walk because Johnny, what's his name?
Jonathan Majors?
No, fucking motherfucking.
Ezra Miller?
No, why am I saying Johnny?
Johnny who? Johnny be good?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, right?
What is his name?
Johnny Depp. Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Is that his name? I don't think that's his name. That doesn't.
Okay.
Right.
He said Jonathan, but clearly his stage name is Johnny Depp.
Oh, it is Johnny Depp. Dude, I was like, that doesn't sound right. Okay, well, yeah. So Johnny Depp, with all of the shit that happened, he got recasted in a lot of things. They try to get him out of Pirates of the Caribbean, Fantastic Beasts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only way that it's like I feel like the only way that recasting wouldn't hurt is in a situation like that, but it also is kind of rough because Johnny Depp happened where. Arguably, depending on what you believe and depending on all of that, it gets complicated. So I feel like recasting just sucks. I think
it does.
I think I like the them dying approach.
I think it.
I guess
because it gives. With Creed, yeah. What happened with Creed?
No, I was gonna say with Creed, Rocky wasn't in the third Creed, and that was like you felt his presence missing.
Yeah, the thing is like, and that was a dispute.
They didn't even acknowledge it then. Like most times they have some sort of like in Fast and Furious, he's away, he gave that life up or whatever they say, and then what was the other?
But the thing is, it's just what happens that it's Sylvester Stallone didn't really, or they had a disagreement
with it. Yeah, I saw that. That's the first thing I looked up when I walked out of the movie theater.
It's like,
but I don't know. I feel like a lot of movies do kind of follow the tropes and just kind of go with what's safe now. Like I hope more movies follow the everything everywhere at once kind of trend. That's A24, right? Yeah. Whatever, Studio 24 or something.
I think so. They did good in the Oscars, so like that's good for them. But it feels like Oscars kind of just 1 year they just go for the diversity,
the popular
route, or what's popular, and then like just like, and I feel like that's what they do. But with the whole, I think with the whole recasting thing, it's like, Because Black Panther, there's a lot of people proponent for the recasting of Chadwick Boseman, only because like the Black Panther character was still like new to the universe, so it's kind of like unprecedented in some ways because we're not talking about just 3 movies of a series. We're talking about like a whole universe, different movies, appearances, Avengers. So
Well,
they're like
at this point,
they
yeah,
wanted to.
it's just done, right? So they can't really go back on what they did.
They
I mean,
can't do.
technically
They
they
can now.
can because they have a multiverse. So there could be a
They
multiverse
could.
where Chaz Boswick still is alive.
Oh, dude,
Maybe he's another
what if
person.
they do a multiverse thing where Michael B. Jordan was the actual Black Panther?
Fuck.
Like, no, I
Dude.
think that sucked. You know, a movie I rewatch a lot is I actually don't tell you about this. 42.
The Jackie Robinson movie?
Jackie Robinson. That was funnily enough. That was Chadwick Boseman as Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And can you guess who else starred in that movie?
Robert De Niro.
Lucas Black. You know who Lucas Black is?
I have no fucking
It's
clue.
he's Sean from the Tokyo Drift.
Oh, really?
He is. This
He
one
will
of my
never.
favorite.
He will never not be Sean.
I know he like things to me. You know what's crazy? Well, in this movie, he plays Pee Wee Reeves,
Do you
who
think
was
Sean
a
is
very
gonna come back in? Sorry, to side
in Fast
derail you.
10?
Fast 10. You think he's gonna come back? If you already
Well,
saw the cast list, don't fucking spoil it. But
I have not yet,
Oh,
but
yeah.
so far it's been saying no. But I guess that's
I feel like
spoilers.
that'd be
But
crazy.
I think it'd be cool. But you know something that people thought about Fast 9. One of the gripes, one of the many gripes, of Fast 9 was that they cannot believe that Sean became a nerd. And to me, it's like, bro, this guy is
Oh, Sean is Sean
well.
Ice Cube
Sean was
or no P Diddy? What's his name?
Sean was. Well, I mean,
Sean who?
Sean was the main guy from Tokyo Drift.
Oh, okay.
The white guy.
I'm just fucking tripping.
You're tripping because
When did he become a nerd?
well, in Fast 9 apparently when he's like, you know, being with his buddies with fuck, what is his name? Little guy, Twinkie, and then the other Asian guy. They're all like doing the rocket car thing.
Oh, fucking.
And like
Is that P Diddy? Oh,
Bow Wow.
no, it's not Pow Wow. No, it's not P Diddy either, though.
But
it might be. No,
But
it's not P Diddy. Who is it?
Cool.
Ludacris.
Luda, yeah, Luda was like
To the windows, to the wall. What?
no, fuck up. I need to drink this more. But no, yeah,
feeling
like
it, bro.
when they were doing it, they're like saying, "Oh, he used to be so cool as DK, being a drifter and all, and now he's
Oh,
like
dude.
trapping a rocket on a car and being a nerd." And it's like, bro, this guy's like
Han?
getting some what Han?
Isn't that his name from Fast and Furious? Han? That's his character's
That's
name?
Sung Kang.
Song these nuts in your mouth. Anyways. Han.
What
Yeah, Song
No,
Kang is
no.
the actor, but his character in Fast
Why are you
and
saying
Furious is
Han?
Han. That's his name, though.
are you saying, Han? We're talking about Sean.
But I thought you said it was the Asian guy and Ludacris.
No. It
Oh,
was Sean
the other negrito.
Twinkie.
Is his name Twinkie?
His name is Twinkie in the movies. His actor's name is Bow Wow, and then
Twinkie.
And then the guy-
the Hulk car. He was in
Hulk.
Fast 9?
he was in Fast 9. Yeah, he was when Luda and Tyrese went to them. Well,
Tyrese, that's what I was thinking of. I thought you were talking about Tyrese.
they went to this people to get cars, and they're testing a rocket car, and it was Sean and Twinkie, and then
Yeah.
this guy called
you're
Earl
right.
Hugh, and they called and the people on YouTube comments, like they were calling Sean a nerd because he was doing this.
That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, he's like going up, like he's like making something a rocket scientist will only be able to know how to do. You know, and it's like, dude, fuck you then. You know, oh, dude, one of my favorite lines from Fast 9 was like, dude that goes like, whatchamacallit? So someone told us to like that you can go to you for cars. Dominic Toretto sent us, and then the camera goes to Sean, Twinkie, and the Asian guy who's named Earl Hugh. His name's Earl. Yeah, he's like from wherever, and it zooms in, and Earl goes, "Who is Dominic Toretto?" Like,
that is such a fucking. So I kind of wish they did more with that. With
what?
Tokyo Drift, because I feel like Tokyo Drift is kind of like a standalone, you know.
It is until it gets
the end. You know, there's the scene with him and Dom, right? And clearly that had enough of impact to loop him into Fast 9. But besides that, there's no like anything that came from it. Kind of sucks.
They both thought Lucas Black was gonna like become not to say become the Paul Walker replacement, but like he's just gonna join in after Furious 7.
Dude, I be seeing some shit though on Twitter, and they be roasting his ass too.
Sean, Lucas Black,
fucking Paul Walker.
Or Paul Walker.
Because I think they were saying about someone recasting, like they were saying like if someone else played Paul Walker or something, and they were like they couldn't pull off the one scene, and it's that one scene where he's talking to Tyrese, and he said, "I said drop it, cuh," or something. It's just funny.
No, yeah. I know this because I've been rewatching a lot of things of Too Fast, Too Furious. You're probably saying empty, cuz.
Yeah, some shit like that.
That's how he goes for. He's like, you're probably like empty, cuz.
Yeah.
Dude, Paul Walker, dude, he really exemplified. Fuck.
Yeah.
Exemplified. He was white. He was perfect for white trash acting. For like, that wants to be a cop, because he's like,
Nothing will beat
what?
Dirty Blonde Paul Walker.
Dirty Blonde. Oh yeah, like back in
the first two movies. We had
he was so handsome, man. He was so handsome, man.
He's a good-looking man. I can't lie.
Dude, no wonder Eva Mendes was all up with him. Yeah.
Is that the one from the Spanish chick?
The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
they
I guess
that was the thing. I forgot about that because he's with what? He's with Dom's sister, right? But that was the whole thing that happened in what? Too Fast, Too Furious, right? Something like that.
I mean, you could just look at it as like the tried for a bit. We had a fling, and then he went back to LA. Yeah, she probably stayed with
Too Fast, Too Furious was in Miami, right? That's where
Miami
it took place. I don't know if they actually recorded there, but that's where it took place in like.
Maybe. I low key like Too Fast and Furious. Like I feel like I just like the whole vibe of the first three movies.
Well, that one was the first. Too Fast and Furious was mainly Tyrese and
Paul Walker, and then Luda.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, I mean, Roman.
No. It's Paul Walker's name.
Brian.
Brian and
O'Connor.
And what's
Roman.
Roman, yeah, Brian and Roman.
Brian Roman was like the main.
It was. I honestly think that Too Fast and Furious was a pretty solid. Like I think it was one of my favorites because they had that. So they have the cars part that has to be in Fast and the Furious, and they had the whole relationship, like saga between Tyrese and Paul Walker, where he was angry at him, and they kind of just like. It worked. It worked out. It was good.
It worked out.
It's a good movie,
It was because the way they started and then when the where it ended, there was like character development, there was character conflict where like they resolve their issues because these people, the people who fight, the way they fought, Roman was hurt like because Roman was hurt because how close they were, I feel like Tyrese and then Paul Walker was such good for that. We're like, God, they just played so well off each other as like people who knew each other from back in high school. That was their stick, and it's just like it works so well for them. And like watching and rewatching some of the scenes is just like, bro, these people were like at the mall, smoking weed, like boosting cars, and like
I think I'm gonna
doing high school
import a
together.
Japanese car.
Skyline.
No, I want to import a Japanese car. I want to look up Nissan 180SX.
Okay, dude. No, if I have it for a record. If I'm ever gonna buy a car that's too much for me right now, I will probably buy the Toyota Supra.
Supras are fucking expensive though.
They're like what, 500K?
No, not that much. They're like probably like 50K and above. But this
50K is not too bad.
It isn't, but it's a car from 1990.
Yeah, but like it's like,
19
dude, that's status though.
Yeah, it's not, like the 90s. It's such a fucking nice car.
We should definitely do an episode where we do Fast and Furious.
That'd be fucking fun. We just analyze everything. But
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. No, but yeah, movies are crazy. I think we're very similar in terms of how we do movies. Where like we like to go with the vibe of the movie. You know, like if we enjoy the time, we don't really question the plot holes, quote unquote. But it's like,
yeah, I feel like you can't make a movie like it's hard to make a movie that's 100% no plot holes, 100% like action, 100% everything that everyone wants.
yeah,
So you have to give up something at some point, you know?
I feel like yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know what do you think is the best movie, critically acclaimed movie that you've
Everything
watched?
Everywhere at Once.
I think that's the best one.
Yeah.
I think the best one I've watched as critically acclaimed. I don't know, I should think about it. I think my main watching is Scream. Everyone Wants. I guess Everyone Wants.
Extreme
Like Marvel movies.
critically acclaimed, weak ass movie.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they're definitely not it. Those are not it.
Okay. I kind of want
you
to
know
watch
what's
Dungeons and Dragons.
I think that's good. Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez actually seems like a really interesting duo because I think they're both in a different spectrum of characters. He's playing the thief, and I think she's playing the barbarian.
She's always. I feel like she's kind of typecasted at this point to like that.
Oh,
beefy...
dude. Dude,
she was
tell me
born
not-
Where You Live. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either. I just looked her up.
I love that. I love seeing people's like different movies, different shows that they've worked on. Do you know? No, but yeah. So that's that. I'm trying to think of it. I think one of my favorite movies actually is called Chef. It's the one from. It's directed by John Favreau. He's a chef in I think L.A. or something like that. He's divorced. His ex-wife is Zoe Vergara, and he has a son. He's 8 years old or something like that, or 12 maybe. And he gets fired from his job as a head chef because he gets mad at a critic who says his lava cake was too molten or something, or too wet or something like that. And he goes in a road trip with his son and his sous chef who quit with him to do a food truck in Miami where they did like Cuban sandwiches. And they go to this road trip. They kind of like, he bonds with his son who doesn't talk to him that much because what?
Is Marlon his son?
No, not Marlon. Or it's the actor or Arton or the
name. So John Favreau. Carl, yeah.
Percy.
There's a lot of famous people in this movie. Percy's his son.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sofia Vergara's there, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., John Favreau.
He is, yeah. This movie is like whoever worked on Iron Man, the movie. No, actually. The guy is definitely better than me. So let's do pour. How many beers are we at? 4, I guess, each.
I started the recording. Just got exposed.
4, I guess.
My name's Adam Sandler. Fuck, it's not Adam Sandler. Ashton Kutcher, and you just got punked. Anyways.
That boat.
All right, boys and girls and everything in between.
Hell
Beer
yeah.
number 5.
Beer number 5. Cheers, man.
Oh shit! I'm supposed to hard pour, not fucking side pour.
Yeah, you have to hard pour, man.
There is no form. I don't think I hard poured. GG's.
I mean,
Nope.
GG, man.
That's the set. So, yeah.
It's set?
Star Wars.
Blah, blah, blah. Coming to your ears this Saturday.
Are annoying because I have to set sometimes, right? So I don't know if people know, but you know, there's that
Maybe.
meme of what's it called? Guinness.
Mansplaining.
That they're like pouring it, and you have to wait for it to sit, and then you gotta pour more, wait for it to sit. So there's that meme where like you order a Guinness, and then by the time the beer gets to you, it's a skeleton because it takes so long.
That's true.
Oh shit! This shit already set. It's pretty quick.
That's good.
But yeah, movies are cool. You know what else?
Movies are cool.
Music.
What? Music. Wow. Music's kind of interesting.
What do you think about
like,
your boy Ben?
Ben?
You don't know who Ben is?
Oh, Benito.
Ben. His name is Ben now. Apparently, according to all the pop
To-
culture.
To who? James Gordon?
No, a bunch of people are mad because of the Kendall Jenner thing. So his name's Ben now. He's not Benito.
Wow. Wait, why?
They don't approve
You-
of her.
Wait,
Which
we're
I
talking about
get it.
Bad Bunny, right? We're
Yeah,
talking
they
about Bad
don't-
Bunny.
Yeah, they
right?
don't approve of him dating Kendall Jenner or being whatever the fuck that is. I don't know if they're dating or what they are, but something's happening.
Wait. Hey, you need to give me a whole rundown for this because I don't know anything.
Oh my gosh! All right, well.
I don't know anything. For
Did you
everybody
hear
else
Coco
too,
Chanel?
that's no.
Did you hear the latest Bad Bunny song?
No.
It's not Bad Bunny. It came out on Eladio's album, but basically, he was seen with Kendall Jenner, and then there was
Okay.
pictures of him kissing her, and then he basically confirmed it. And a song that came out in Eladio Carrion's album, you know Eladio Carriones.
Yeah.
You heard Kemba Walker.
Sure.
This guy. Oh, I gotta.
Tell me. You gotta tell me.
Well, he's kind of popular right now. He's popping. He dropped an album. I
So
think
they
maybe
don't like-
a couple of weeks ago, and he had a song with Bad Bunny. Kemba Walker was the first song that he collabed with Bad Bunny in, and it was a heat song.
Okay.
And so he in the verse in Bad Bunny's verse in Coco Chanel, which you should listen to. It's a very good song. He basically sneak disses Kendall Jenner's ex, which is what's his name? Fucking Suns player, Devin Booker. He sneak disses him. So basically, he confirms their relationship and all that, and he also sneak disses.
Wow.
So everyone's pretty upset because you know Kardashians are pretty much hated
What?
by a lot of people.
The kind of are, yeah.
Well, yeah, but so I think Kendall Jenner also made a tequila brand, and she's trying to like make money off of that, but she's like also appropriating hard as fuck. So, you know how it be.
Do you think this like whole Bad Bunny thing is actually a ploy to promote her tequila?
I don't think so. I think it might be a ploy for both of them to get popularity because they're gonna get a lot of popularity from them being together, just like the media saying that, right? But in his song, he talks about her. He doesn't say her, but he says like in his verse, he's like, "Yo tengo mucho chavo, yo sé que tú también," basically type thing. And then he has a line where he says, "El sol de PR calienta más del sol de Phoenix." And Devin Booker, his ex, plays for the Phoenix Suns. So he's basically sneak dissing
Phoenix Suns are who?
the basketball team. So Devin Booker is a basketball player. He was Kendall Jenner's ex.
He's definitely taller than Benito. Probably.
Maybe. Benito's like 6'2".
6'2"?
I don't know if Devin Booker's that tall.
Damn. Devin
He's a
Booker.
point guard, right? I think he's a point guard. He's a small forward. He's 6'5". He is taller.
But he's taller. Like, of course, yeah, he's taller. But, like, I feel that. I mean, they can love whoever they want, but it's always interesting the economy of like, um, don't don't get caught, but at the same time, if they get caught, they get more money in some ways.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah,
same time,
music.
it sucks that
Yeah.
they can't have privacy and all that shit.
Yeah.
But music, I actually have something I want to ask. What do we when I think about music, I feel like I don't think about the music we listen to now. I think about the music we listened to before, or like how our journey
Our
has been.
journey. You want to hear my
Yeah,
journey?
yeah.
I've started. So I think the first time that I started listening to music was middle school. Like actually listening to music, because you know there's like the radio and shit, and you hear popular music, but like on my own time listening to music and doing that. So I was like middle school, probably some like YouTube era, but
Yeah, like MP3 player or
YouTube's MP3
like
converter.
oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
everybody, I think everyone does that.
Yeah. So
And then,
I when I first started listening to music, I listened to rap because rap was really popular.
yeah, you're into
Drake,
rap. What
Lil Wayne, all that stuff. And
Eminem?
then
Okay.
yeah, so I started with like listening to pop culture, all the stuff on the radios, all the stuff that was popular. Then I started listening to Eminem, got obsessed with Eminem. And then from
Yeah.
Eminem, I listened to a lot of stuff that my friends were listening to, so I started listening to dubstep as well. Shout out to Skrillex.
I remember Skrillex
Skrillex
back
went
in the
hard.
day.
I'd play
I
MW3 listening to Skrillex. It was good
definitely was not
times.
listening to that.
And then I listened to Eminem a bunch. And then I kind of always like super hard focus on someone. So I listened to Eminem a lot. And then I started listening to John Bellion, probably like high school.
John Bannon is good, man.
And when I was listening to John Bellion, I was playing MW2, good times. So I get a lot of
And
flashbacks of that.
NWA or NW?
MW2. But
What's that?
it's Call of Duty. The old Call of Duty. So I was playing
Oh, I
past this
see.
time. But I listened to John Bellion a lot. And then from John Bellion, I think is when I started Bad Bunny. And then Bad Bunny, I just hard focused on Bad Bunny and just listening to Spanish music. I think since
Yeah.
like 2017, 2016, I have not listened to anything but Spanish music.
I have. For me,
You
that's
have
crazy.
everything ever. Your music
We-
taste is so interesting.
why? Well, my music taste is very similar
Explain why it
to.
is. The sour.
So it's very similar to your girlfriend Sour. It it is definitely everything and anything. For me, I remember my first time ever listening to music from like MP3 player or like by myself, like actively listen to it, was I think before I was 9 years old. I was still in Venezuela. By the way, I'm Venezuelan. And I literally swiped my sister's MP3 player, and I would listen to what was on that. And I remember vividly. I would listen to Rake, which is like a very popular pop band in Mexico, and Green Day.
Oh, Green Day is so good.
Green Day and Rake was the main two things I remember from an MP3 player before I was 9 years old, which was like
crazy.
around 2000 before 2009.
I feel like that's such a different thing, though. So you said it was a Mexican rock band, or is it
Mexican
like Maná
pop
type stuff,
band,
or is it more
more like I feel like they're more like what you call it, pop rock more than anything. They're like a band where like Lifehouse or Boys Like Girls or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Boy Like
like-
Girls? Yeah, I didn't hear the one before
Boys
that.
Like what's it called? It's not boy band ish, but it's more like boy rock band. Where like it's a band they play instruments, but it's still very popish. But then from there, we went back to we went back to the U.S. or we went to the U.S.
Well, would you
and
move
it
back?
wasn't. I know, right? And it wasn't until middle school when I was 13 when I finally got a phone that has an MP3 player where like I really started to make my own music or like download my own music from areas or YouTube controller, as you said, or iTunes. Because I also had an iPod too.
I
And
didn't have to buy
there,
stuff. That was lame.
oh, I love Aries, man. That's the way to pirate music, man. It's
Aries?
like,
You don't know about the
hell yeah.
LimeWire era?
I've never done that actually.
My
I only
sister
did.
used to use LimeWire. I think LimeWire is before my time. I'm a young buck.
No, we are. And from there, I listened to a lot of things where it was weird. It was a very popish. I used to listen to Taylor Swift. I
Don't
used
tell
to
me you're a
listen to,
Swiftie.
dude.
We're about to get
Oh,
canceled because I do not like Taylor
maybe
Swift.
I don't have any street cred.
I don't like
I
Taylor
was that
Swift at
into.
all. GG's.
The thing is, Taylor Swift. I liked it when the first three albums, stuff like Love Store.
I think I'm just an elite hater.
Maybe it's
I
just
think
like
that's just my thing because I don't like a lot of people.
I guess for
Who
me,
else?
I
Who
just
else do
like
I like?
I just like love songs. That kind of
But I feel
stuff
like they're
that.
not love songs.
They're not. I mean,
A lot
they're
of her
love
songs
songs.
are like, "You're a bitch," like "I hate you," "You hurt me." I don't know, man.
They're love songs. They're like they're not happy love songs, but they're not.
I guess
You know,
that's still. I don't know.
they're not
bro.
talking about things
Oh
about like
yeah, bro. I'm just gonna not even get into that topic because I'm about to get like half of like everyone
what.
to attack me because I'm a hater.
No worries,
We'll
man.
leave it at that.
No worries. But then from there, I also like Lifehouse, which is like a pop band. A lot of pop punk bands I liked when I was just listening on my own on my MP3 player in middle school, and like I listened to Green Day, Linkin Park,
Oh, Linkin Park is so good.
Boys Like Girls, We the Kings, stuff like that. And then like when I get to high school, I listen to more stuff like what was interesting like Ludacris, Akon, Usher, all that stuff. Jason Derulo was big for me. Jason Derulo.
Really?
So I was, yeah, so I was leaning towards more than pop, hip hop, R&B kind of thing. But then in college, then that's when I really started to go into reggaeton. In reality, really. Because literally, that was just I think everyone listens to it in parties. So then you listen to it, and then that's how you got into it. And I think for me, I've always like pop punk, pop rock, pop music. Because I don't know, I like that kind of music. I just like I can't really follow rap that well. So that's probably why I'm not that into rap. It's probably the closest thing to rap that I like is usually reggaeton, which is like what Bad Bunny and Ozuna does. Daddy Yankee, I like that.
Ozuna, el negrito claro.
Hell yeah. And then I only really got to Bad Bunny because of Stout here.
Yes, sir.
Early was during pandemic. I think it was pandemic
Oy
when he
cobre,
released.
what can I say?
Oico Red really got me. Like, I think I understated the effects of it, but like I really got into it because of that. Because it's just like it spoke to me. I feel like it's one of the songs that spoke to me, directly. And I feel that there's something powerful about music and stuff like that. Oh, now something I have to mention about like music is like I also was really into 70s and 80s songs.
God,
because
like sour,
because that's what my parents were listening to back when I was a kid.
That's fair.
So like I was wondering like how has
Sour
your parents influenced your music taste? Your parents.
I like a lot of old Puerto Rican songs.
Were they playing that when you were a kid?
Yeah. My parents,
Like,
so they never really played like music. They just listened to like the radio, right? So we lived in a very Spanish area, right? Where we lived is pretty, there's a lot of Spanish influence. So there was always Spanish radios, and there was one, 100.3. If you know, you know.
100.3.
Hey,
For those Puerto Ricans, man.
Yeah, man. They played a lot of Spanish music. They played, popular music that was like at the time, so reggaeton, the Daddy Yankee, all that. But they also had like
Yeah.
the bachata, the merengue, all of that good stuff. So there's
Oh yeah.
a lot of different types of songs. Ruben
I mean,
Blades,
listen
all
to
the
them.
Puerto Rican goats. That
Yeah.
yeah. So I think they like that. That's where some of my Spanish music love started.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of nice though, because my parents were never the best at English. My mom
Of course.
spoke a lot more English than my dad, but I could get away with listening to like curse words and shit in English because they wouldn't know English, right? So I feel like that
Yeah.
was also like a form of like rebellion. This is stupid shit.
Was it?
Little kids thinking they're the shit.
The only thing that my parents like were listening to that was Spanish to me was gaita, which is
Gaitas
like a very
venezolanas.
which is yeah, it's very folk music from Venezuela, and like to me, for me, gaita was always attributed to nausea, only only because they were playing that when we were driving to relatives, and that's when I would get nausea because I don't know, I get nauseous when in cars sometimes, or when back when I was a kid, and that was all attributed to that. So I never liked it,
What about
but then
Llaneras?
no,
You don't like
the
that?
thing is no, the thing
Hater.
why
Hater.
the thing I did get from my parents, from my dad specifically, is his love from 70s era music from the United States. Like he'll be playing Bee Gees, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, disco. Oh, ABBA, big ABBA fan, and I think him playing all those music when I was a kid really helped shape my taste. Where like I love that music. I would listen. I listen to Chicago on my drive to work or drive to anywhere. Yeah, about Chicago. It's like because of my dad. You know, that's the only way I know that stuff. Yeah, but then is that nurture or nature on me? Like it's like would I've always liked 80s, 70s, 80s music, or was it because my dad was playing it all the time that I like it? Yeah,
I think it's both. So I think you
you
have
mean
some
well?
sort of attachment to it just because it's what your dad would listen to. So you probably have some positive, thoughts towards it, but at the same time you still probably enjoy it. Because
Yeah,
if it's just what your dad listened to, you wouldn't actively look out for it, unless you were like looking for some sort of nostalgia.
dude. I mean, for me, it feels not say epic. It feels like such a thing. It doesn't feel manufactured. That's one big thing I feel like when I listen to this music. It feels like I will never be able to hear this ever again, if not from them. That's something I think I feel when listening to like Ava or the Chicago or like kind of stuff. But like I also feel like, do you know where I feel like that from? I feel that from Japanese music or different cultures' music. You know, because it feels like all those voices, especially Japan, is so unique to that music, or so unique to their singers and all that stuff. It's like their voice could not be matched by American singers. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like, yeah, I listen to a lot of anime music, all that stuff. Man, the thing is, music's actually is both. Well, guys, that was our pilot episode for the Style and Lager podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Make sure to leave a lot of comments, tell us what you thought of it. If you have any topics that you want to hear us talk about, let us know. We'd love to have more good conversations with you guys. And also in the comments, let us know what your favorite beer is. If you don't like beer,
Yeah,
your favorite alcoholic beverage, and if you don't drink alcohol, what do you like to drink? Maybe it's lemonade. That's okay too.
It's
But
okay.
yeah.
We don't judge here in the Stout Lager community. All right, guys. Catch you guys later.
Stout and Lager out.
That was good.